15th February 2022. Morning Murli. Shanti. BapDada. Madhupan. Sweet children, pour the oil of yoga into the lamp of the soul, and the soul will become powerful. Question: what is the basis of the soul's battery being filled with powers? Answer: in order to fill the soul's battery with power, you need the power of your intellect's yoga. When you remember the Almighty Authority Father with the power of your intellect's yoga, the battery becomes charged. Unless there is power in the battery, you cannot imbibe knowledge. It takes time for there to be complete light in the soul. By continuing to remember Baba, you will then have full light. Song: O traveler of the night, do not become weary. Shanti. Your children understand the meaning of the song. Your children are now making effort to go into the day. There is nothing but light in the new world, whereas there is nothing but darkness in the old world. Thus is the extremely dark night of Brahma. You are now going into the day. The Father says to your children, by keeping your intellect in yoga with the Father, you will not become tired. The more yoga you have, the lighter you become. The lights of your souls that were extinguished begin to light up. With other lights, the current comes immediately. But it takes time for there to be complete light in souls. You will become full by the end. You have to continue to have yoga. The battery of a motor means car is charged all night. In the same way, this too is a motor. The oil in it has finished, and so the power has reduced. Baba is called the powerful one, the Almighty Authority. This battery cannot be charged without the power of your intellect yoga. Only by your having yoga with the Almighty Authority Father is the battery charged. If the battery is not charged, you can't imbibe knowledge. The Father repeatedly says, remember me and claim the inheritance. It is such an easy thing. Be Manmanabhav. People continue to chant Ram's name and want the kingdom of Ram. But the kingdom of Ram will not come simply by chanting Ram's name. Many have been doing that for many births on the banks of the river Ganges. No one knows what the kingdom of Ram means God is. It must definitely be Ram, means God who creates the kingdom of Ram. They just have the kingdom of Ram and Sita in their intellects. But even Ram himself didn't have any comfort in that kingdom of Ram. If the wife of King Ram was abducted, what would be the state of the people? The wives of kings here would never be abducted, but they have said this about Ram and Sita. These are matters that have to be understood. In fact, the Supreme Father, the Supreme Soul, is called Ram. It is sung, you are the mother and father. Who are the mother and father to whom they sing this? One is worldly parents, but this praise wouldn't be sung to them. There is the Supreme Father, and so there definitely has to be a mother too. Therefore, it is sung to the mother and father from beyond this world. When you ask who the Creator is, they would instantly say it is God the Father. This proves that they are the mother and father. At present, there are two mothers and fathers. In the golden age, you only have one mother and father. Even though people here have worldly parents, they sing, you are the mother and father. At present, we children are receiving limitless happiness from the Father, and later we will only have one mother and father. You receive the reward of limitless happiness of the golden age from the mother and father from beyond this world. There is praise of that mother and father. Nevertheless, children, you forget to remember such a father. You children have to give everyone the father's introduction by saying that Baba has come. You always speak of Shivbaba and Brahma Baba. The name father of people is well known. There are Shivbaba and Brahma Baba. There are worldly parents. So, how does the Supreme Father, the Supreme Soul, become the mother and father? These are very deep things. When people come, ask them, what is the Supreme Father, the Supreme Soul to you? What is the Father of people to you? The world mother is incognito, and this Brahma is also incognito. This Brahma is the senior mother. Everyone knows the name, form, place, and time of their worldly parents. You must now tell them the name, form, place, time, and occupation of the mother and father from beyond this world. Thus one is the senior mother, who is even senior to Mama. Baba adopts you through the senior mother, and so they became the combined mother and father. They can be called mother and father or BapDada. You need to explain this in a very good way. You should write on a big board. Everyone remembers the incorporeal Supreme Father, the Supreme Soul, but they do not know how he becomes the mother and father. People's intellect do not function even thus much. These things are unique, and only the Father comes and tells you them. The soul says, "Oh, Supreme Father." So he too is a soul, but he is the Supreme Soul. Supreme means the Supreme, the one who resides in the Supreme abode, the land beyond. He himself doesn't enter birth and rebirth. He comes and liberates us, children, from having impure births and rebirths. He does not liberate us from taking pure births and rebirths. He makes impure souls pure. This is why he is called the purifier. People do not understand the meaning of Ram and Sita. In fact, all devotees are Sitas. They remember the one bridegroom, the Supreme Father, the Supreme Soul. The Father says, children, at present there is the kingdom of Ravan over the whole world, not just Lanka. People burn an effigy of Ravan here. Lanka is not even in Hindustan. That is the land of Buddhists. So at present, the whole world is in bondage to Ravan. Ravan's kingdom exists over the whole world. For the half the cycle, it is the kingdom of Ram, and for the other half, it is the kingdom of Ravan. Half the cycle is the day, and half the cycle is the night. All of those things have to be kept in your intellects. At present, you are conquering Ravan. Those who gain full victory will become the masters. There used to be the kingdom of Lakshmi and Narayan at the beginning of the golden age. How and from whom did they attain the reward of heaven? In the golden age, there will be very few human beings, approximately a few 100,000. They will have their kingdom on the banks of the river Jamuna. There is no vice there. It is called the completely viceless world. Children are born through the power of yoga. There is no crying and no one is beaten there. You should not speak of these things first. First take up the aspect of how the incorporeal Supreme Soul and we souls come from the world beyond. So what is your relationship with the Supreme Father, the Supreme Soul, the Father from beyond this world? This is a number one aspect. First of all, take up the relationship of the Father, then the relationship of the Mother, and the inheritance will then also emerge. By forgetting the one Alpha, people have forgotten everything. First of all, Ravan made you forget Alpha. Then, with the help of Alpha, you conquer Ravan. You have many points with which to explain. The main point to explain in the exhibition is that of Alpha. Only after Alpha can you go on to Beta and Theta, etc. If they haven't understood about Alpha, they will not understand anything, no matter how much you beat your heads with them. Since there is the Supreme Father, you receive the inheritance from him. Once you receive Baba's inheritance, you automatically have a right to the inheritance. It is so easy to explain the picture of the Trimurti. At the top is the Father, then Lakshmi and Narayan, the inheritance. Vishnu is standing there. Baba says, remember me and you will claim this inheritance. Children say, Baba, you are incorporeal. How will you give the inheritance? Baba says, I gave it to you through Brahma. Explain this aspect to whoever comes. A main aspect is Trimurti. There is no sense in the expression Trimurti Brahma. You have to explain that this is incorporeal shivbaba, that he is called the ocean of knowledge, and this is the inheritance. The Father is incorporeal, so how did Lakshmi and Narayan receive the inheritance? Where did they come from? Here, you do not call yourselves Vishnu Kumars. You are Brahma Kumaris and Kumaris. The land of Brahma is one of human beings where Brahmins are especially created. In Sindh, there used to be the land of Brahma. Who explained all of this? Shivbaba. You must always say that it is BapDada combined. Sometimes Baba speaks and sometimes Dada speaks. The mouth of both souls is only one. Either one can use it when they want. There is no restriction to that. Therefore, first of all, explain that the ocean of knowledge, the God of the Gita, is the Father, and he says Brahma, Vishnu and Shankar are the deities who are residents of the subtle region. This Brahma is a human being. He will be called a deity when he becomes complete and perfect. He becomes a deity after doing tapasya. God teaches thus Brahma Kumaris and Kumaris through Brahma. You have to explain clearly using the pictures. The explanation is very easy. This is shivbaba and this is inheritance. Shivbaba is incorporeal and he therefore gives it through Brahma. Heaven is established through Brahma. You must definitely have studied Raj Yoga at this time in order to become that, means a deity. This is the land of Shiv and that is the land of Vishnu. Acha, to the sweetest, beloved, long lost and now found children, love, remembrance and good morning from the mother, the father, BapDada. The spiritual father says Namaste to the spiritual children. The spiritual children says Namaste and good morning to the spiritual father. Essence for the dharana. First point, conquer Maya, Ravan with remembrance of Alpha. Give everyone the introduction to Alpha. Second point, don't become tired of the pilgrimage of remembrance. In order to charge your battery, remember the Almighty Authority, Father. Blessing. May you experience a constant and stable stage by having remembrance of the one Father and become an embodiment of the essence. Explanation. The easy way to have a constant and stable stage is to have remembrance of the one Baba and none other. Everything is merged in a seed. In the same way, the Father is the seed in whom the essence of all relationships and all attainments is merged. To remember the one Father means to become an embodiment of the essence. So, the one Father and none other. This remembrance of one will make your state constant and stable. Those who stay in remembrance of the one bestower of happiness cannot experience any waves of sorrow. They would dream only of happiness, joy, doing service, and of celebrating a meeting. Slogan: those who ignite the lamp of elevated hopes are true lamps of the clan. Om Shanti. Invaluable virgins of Mateshwari. Why not win the first lottery from God? Look, many people think that by making just a little effort, they will at least go to heaven. However, they should believe that since God has come, in order for them to claim the full inheritance, it is duty of the students to make full effort and claim a scholarship. So, why should you not win the first number lottery? This means to be traded in the rosary of victory. However, if you don't, you are sitting and holding the cake and wanting to eat it. You want to experience limited happiness here and also claim some happiness in heaven. Those who think in this way are said to be effort makers of a mediocre or low level, not those who are making elevated efforts. Since the Father is not quibbling about giving, then why do those who are to take hesitate? This is why Guru Nanak said, God is the bestower, the Almighty, but souls do not have the power to take from Him. The one who gives continuously gives, but those who take become tired in taking. Perhaps you have a desire in your heart to claim a status, but just see how much effort Baba makes, even though Maya causes so many obstacles. But the kingdom of Maya is not to finish. It is when Maya has taken away all your strength that God, in whom there is the sweetness of everything, comes. You receive the sweetness of all relationships from Him, and this is why it is sang, you are the mother and father. This is praise of God, and so the greatness is of this time when we can have this relationship with Him. Acha. Om Shanti.